得不要使用闪光灯，以免影响我们选手的比赛。那么也要提醒大家，我们这场内呢是禁止饮食的，不能够吃东西，但是水是可以的，可以喝水，但是不能吃东西。所以呢，如果大家有要吃东西的话，麻烦可能要到外面休息区来做饮食的部分。在这边要请大家多多帮忙。那也要提醒大家我们为了要在让比赛的时候呢，在进行当中可以顺畅。那你知道现在
One match concluded so far here today, and that was a victory to Huang Dongping and Zheng Qingchen in the women's doubles finals. 21-18, 21-16. Next up will be the mixed doubles match, and that will be between Siwei and Qingchen against Kian, Meng, Pei, Jing, Lai. So it will be China versus Malaysia, and that it will be followed then by the two singles matches, the men's and, well, the women's first and then the men's singles. And then last event of the day will be the men's doubles. If we look at the form coming into the final of the mixed doubles, well, the Malaysian pair were forced to go to 3 games in their very opening match in the quarterfinals, and then so too, in fact, were the Chinese pair. So both of them have had a tough time to get through to the semi-finals, but then made fairly light work of it in the semi-finals with the Chinese pair. But Tan and Lai had to fight hard in the second game to overcome their Indonesian opponents. The officials making their way out onto the court. Not far behind them will be the players. Chinese pair seeded 5 in the tournament. The Malaysians were unseeded. So both of these pairings are actually very young pairs. The Chinese pair, both just 19 years of age, and the Malaysians 22 and 23. Curtain parts. And now the players make their way out onto the court. First of all, the Chinese Siwei and Qingchen, followed by the Malaysian pair. Bumped into them at the hotel a little bit earlier yesterday. And I must admit, Meng was being very appreciative of the performance of his partner, Jing. Put much of their victory in the semi-final down to his partner's performance. This will be the mixed doubles finals. Siwei versus and Qingchen versus Kian Ming Tang and Pei Jing Lai. China versus Malaysia. Umpire for this match is Chen from Chinese Taipei, and the service judge is Qingchen from Chinese Taipei. Toss of the coin, and China opting to have the opposite side of the net. This should be a very interesting matchup. Both teams, the men are fairly tall figures. Siwei, 19 years of age, won gold medals at both the 2015 World Junior Championships and also the 2015 Badminton Asia Junior Championships. His partner, Qingchen, comes from Guangdong, 19 years of age as well. And she is climbing the rankings. Currently they are sitting there at 13. Only forced to go to 3 games in their quarterfinal, and that was against a Malaysian pair as well. Their longest time on court, in fact, just 3/4 of an hour. Other than that, they'd managed to dispose of most of their opponents within 30 minutes. So can the Malaysian pair against them in the final cause them to work hard today? Tan King Meng comes from Johor Bahru on the border of Singapore and Malaysia. He's 22 years of age. His partner, Jing, comes from Kuantan in Pahang. 23 years of age, just a little bit older than her partner. She started playing when she was 8 years old and happened to be spotted, and that's when she took up badminton seriously. They overcame Chinese opponents in their very opening match and had to go to 3 games in their round 2 fixture and also in the quarterfinals, and were almost on court nearly an hour. But in the semi-finals, they were there just under that. So plenty of court time for these two, so fitness shouldn't be a problem if it does go to 3 games. But certainly a good combination. Confirmation of the umpire, Qingchen from Chinese Taipei. And the service judge, Qingchen, also from Chinese Taipei. So the players just going through their final taking on of fluids and just toweling down their grips. Chinese pair making their way onto the court. Siwei, as he does usually before every match, just goes to side and gets those hamstrings stretched. Just a little high five between the Chinese pair. And Lai just going through her final warm-up. High five with her partner. China in the blue, Malaysia in the black and orange, and it will be Malaysia to serve. Jing Lai just having a final word with her partner. Gone out of court. The first point goes the way of China. Call from live to her partner was just a little bit late. Tan having to hurry his shot. That's a much better return from Tan. Cross court backhand, really shallow, close to the net. Good work at the net. Deft touch from both sides. Siwei and then Lai, but in the end it was put away well by Qingchen. Get used to the shouts from Jing Lai. whenever they win a point, there's the fist pump and the shout. Great shot from Qingchen. Stays low, and then when it comes, pounces and just gets the weight perfect. Initially, it was a good return from Lai. Brilliant round-the-head shot from Siwei. Forced into the back corner and just aimed it straight for Lai. Nothing she could do. 6-2 in favour of China. Into the net, just too much pace from Siwei. Really sharp exchange here. Lai moving backwards. That's why the ball, the shuttle rather, went into the net. So get service back. And another point, they close the gap. The brilliant return from Lai that set up that point. Chen getting the winner, but this reply, there's the winner. It was the return from Lai just before that set that up. And again, Lai with a little jig of delight in front of the net before the fist pump. A really deft touch. 6 plays 7. That was sheer pace from Siwei. Nothing Malaysia could do. Just a little bit of a mix-up there. It just clipped the back of Lai. Lai taking cover. Tan just giving too much air, and it made it easy for Qingchen to smash it. Well, what a touch that was. Absolutely brilliant from Qingchen. Just the softness of touch to drop that in the forecourt. And Malaysian pair find themselves now again with a 5-point deficit. They were trailing 7-2, closed it back to 7-6. Now are trailing again by 5 points. Coach deep in discussion. China's coach has already taken his seat. Feels he's said all he needed to say to his charges. Final towel down. Air conditioner is on inside Taipei Arena, but it's very warm down on the court. 11-6 in favour of the Chinese pair. Well, good work by Lai at the net. Effort from Qingchen. Coming across Lai and forcing the return out of play. Service back with Malaysia. 7-11. This time it's Siwei, who was really quick at the net. Chen had to hurry his shot and couldn't get the return. Good cross-court shot from Lai. So service return to the Malaysian pair. Lai just pouncing. And again, good use of the wrist, just turning it late and angling it across the court. Brilliant. Qingchen again with just the softest of touches right by the net. Sees the service return to the Chinese pair. Into the net from Lai. Crowd enjoyed that. Tan at full stretch into the net again. Lead stretches out now to 8 points in favour of the Chinese pair. And a good cross-court smash from Tan. Gets the service back with Malaysia. Saw the space and watched Qingchen bend down and just fired it over her head. comes off the rim of his racket. And immediately, service is lost. And a good work at the net from Qingchen. He's following that down the center of the court as the two Malaysian players just parted. And a bit of a miscommunication from the Chinese Siwei, saying he thought Qingchen was going to play that. Zheng plays 18. 10 to serve for Malaysia. Another point to the Malaysians. Closing the gap. And Tan into the net. And that was a wasted opportunity, and he'll be annoyed with himself. It wrong means it's game point now to China. Almost got over the net. That is game to the Chinese pair as they switch ends. Malaysia need to regroup, and again Lai just getting the angle of her racket head in a position where she couldn't get the return. So Siwei and Qingchen lead 21-13 in the mixed doubles final over Tan and Lai from Malaysia. Malaysian pair going to have to come back. These two teams have never actually played each other before. Again, it's been a change of partnership for Siwei. Did actually play against the Malaysians when he was partnered with Jin Hui Lei, and that was in the Victor Far East Malaysian Masters, and won on that occasion 21-14, 21-19. So looking to try and continue his winning form over the Malaysians is Siwei. This time with Qingchen. Both teams making their way back out onto the court. Can Malaysia find a way back in this match? Key component will be the form of Beijing Lai at the net. She was in great form yesterday. Just get the feeling that China saw that and have tried to keep the shuttle deeper into the backcourt and mid-court area. Point goes to Malaysia in the second game. Service goes back to China. Lai not able to clear the net. And the same result. Rally again, and Lai just not able to get underneath and get enough height to get it over the net. Deep conversation with her partner, Meng Tan. Now she says she's ready. Again, it's not happening for Lai today. Just the sheer power of Siwei somehow got that over the net. China going to a 5-1 lead. And that was just good finding of the space and a really good touch from Qingchen. Tan forced across to the left-hand side of the court and then had a lot of work to do to get across to the return from Qingchen. Better from Tan, and service returns to Malaysia. Great anticipation, Siwei moving forward, knowing exactly where he was going to place that shot. To the net again from Tan. 8 plays 2. Power, forcing Tan to just reach. It's just not happening for Malaysia at the moment. Tan and Lai just getting the connection with the racket behind her head. They dropped in. Siwei looking around as if that will help the decision. Just dropped in. That's gone out. That is 11-3 in favour of the Chinese pair. They're marching towards a 2-game victory in this final of the mixed doubles. Malaysian coach tried to spur her players on. Just at the moment, the cohesion and the touch that was there yesterday is just not happening. It's just the timing. Maybe it's just the pace at which they're being forced to play by Siwei and Qingchen. Service still with the Chinese pair. Siwei. And again, net found with the return. Out of play. There is a chance now for Malaysia to try and fight back, trailing by 8 points. That's out of play. Chen, after 2 good shots, finds the net. Service goes back to Malaysia. 6 plays 13. Lighter serve. Siwei into the net. So fault was called, but the umpire has said there's a let. Just turning down now, and the Chinese pair now prompting the Malaysians to do the same. Coach just having a quick word from the side. So Malaysia to serve again. Lai gives the signal to a partner again. That was good from Lai, making Siwei stretch. Gap closes just a little bit. Chinese pair asking for their side of the net to be dried. They get the point, but there was some fantastic returns from Qingchen. And putting the coup de grace on the rally. 9 plays 13. The fight back continues from Malaysia. 5 points unanswered. 6. And the crowd beginning to get behind the underdog. Eventually they get the point, and Lai raises her fist in defiance. What a rally. Superb reply there. Rackets collided there. And then Tan smashes. And unfortunately Jun can't reply. That was long. So finally, service goes back to the Chinese pair. 14 plays 12. Six unanswered points until this point. And Lai frustrated with herself. Just couldn't get it back, like the power from Siwei. And it's long. China edge closer to victory. 5 points the margin again. Time it drops in. Siwei can't believe it. I think he just lost his bearings. And into the net from Qingchen. And Malaysia fight back again. Well, that's a good cross-court shot from Tan. Making Siwei stretch. Just again, flick of the wrist. Margin reduced to 2. Just a wonderful shot, splitting the Malaysian pair from Qingchen. Just reads it so well, just moving across the court. And the Malaysian pair moving with her. 18 plays 15. Both pairs walking close to their coaches just to get a word of advice. Qingchen. I don't think she looked too impressed with the advice she received there, but just a weight being delayed here as there's some running repairs at the back of the court as the tape has come off, and so the surface at the back has just come up, and it's obviously dangerous many of the players catch their feet. So that is what the delay is about. You can just see on the left-hand side of your screen, just trying to retape the matting down at the back of the court. Just gives the players a little bit of a breather. Who will that work to the advantage of? Will it be the Malaysian pair, who looking to fight back, just lost their service, so they need to win that back, but it will give them chance to just reassess and get their heads in the right space. All the officials have left the court, so play can resume. That was a good return from Tan, but Siwei just putting that away. Return that low down, and then Siwei moving backwards, still managing to smash it to the right of Tan. And good work by Lai. Keeps Malaysia alive, still trailing by 3 points. Good movement. And the fist pump again. Well, not sure what happened there, but Siwei gets the winner. Just a slip, wasn't it, from Lai, and that gave him the chance to fire it over the player at the net. And that is it. That is game point and match point. 21-16. Chinese pair victorious. And China have claimed 2 of the titles so far in this final day of the Yonex Open Chinese Taipei 2016. It is Siwei and Jing who are victorious over Kian, Meng and Peijing Lai by 21-13, 21-16.
那非常谢谢我们粉丝同学国小动手动脚的同学，为我们带来精彩的演出，再次非常谢谢他们 ，Thank you for your wonderful performance。那么在接下来，我们马上进行这个阶段的颁奖典礼，混合双打亚军队伍，让我们以最热烈的掌声欢迎马来西亚队伍陈建明、赖佩君。Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the first runner-up, the team from Malaysia, Chen.
And now the presentation from the mixed doubles, the Malaysian pair, Kian Meng and Jing make their way forward, and now coming behind them are the victors, Siwei and Jing. So a fairly comprehensive victory in the end for the Chinese pair. Coming to present the medals is the general manager of Chong Hong Construction Company Limited, Mr. Li Yao Chong. He will present the medals first of all to the runners-up. And they'll be disappointed with their performance today. I'm sure they would have felt they could have stretched the Chinese pair to at least the 3 games, as now they receive their gold medals. Siwei and Jing set the applause from the crowd and also from the runners-up. Now they will just have the check presented for the runners-up. It's a very nice $7,600 US. And then for the winners, $15,800. And then now we have the presentation of the bouquets. This is Mr. Liang Yung-chung from the Vice President of the Chinese Taipei Badminton Association. Oh, that's the pain of losing a final, just contemplating, no doubt, the amount of shots that went into the net. And then just a souvenir now for both sides. Panda. Who's going to take it for the Chinese pair? Well, Siwei says, I'll have that. A bit of a joke going on between Qingchen and there's one each now. Photos to be taken. As the winners and runners-up laden down with gifts, as well as the checks from the officials. So the official presentation for the mixed doubles here at the Yonex Open Chinese Taipei 2016 almost completed. Finally some smiles from the players. And then the applause from the crowd as they make their way from the stage. So it was a victory for China. Siwei and Jing winning 21-13, 21-16 over Kian Meng and Jing.
Yonex 一直以来呢都大力支持我们的羽球哦。那么其实我们中华台北羽球协会呢，不管是理事长还有我们大会执行长、秘书长呢，都希望我们能够努力的推广我们羽球的这个运动，让它成为我们的国球。现场的朋友们，我们也给 Yonex 也给我们中华台北羽球协会一点欢呼声、掌声给他们好吗？是的，我们要真的非常感谢我们的主办单位，所以才有办法呢带给大家这么多精彩的比赛。
Well, we've had two finals completed now. We have had the women's doubles and the mixed doubles, and victory has gone to the Chinese pairs in both of those matches. Next up will be the women's singles, and again we have Chinese player Zheng taking on local favourite Zheng. And the locals will be getting behind their player, there's no doubt about that. Promises to be a great match. First seed versus second seed. Coming up after that, the men's singles and then the men's doubles. Both of those games also with local interest, with Chinese Taipei having representatives in both those games. Take a look at how both of these players made it through to the final. Well, Zheng had to work a little bit harder in her semi-final, going to 3 games. If we look, though, at Zheng, well, she is a prodigious talent, there's no doubt about it, and probably could have won both of those games a little bit easier. Jindapol made her work hard, but she really should have put the game away a little bit quicker in the second game.